Hey guys, what's up? Welcome to the Skywalkers, and today we'll be discussing about the primary requirements of an aeroplane. So whether we talk about the very first aeroplanes or the modern ones, or we could talk about the smaller aircrafts or the big jumbo jets, or the commercial, military, or the fighter planes, basically all the powered aeroplanes, regardless of their shape, size, and purpose, have the same primary requirements. So over the time, the basic requirements haven't changed; they have always remained the same. So the first requirement is called lift, and fundamentally, lift is required to counteract the aeroplane's weight. Simply put, the lift is pulling the aeroplane's weight and enabling it to fly in the air. And the component that provides or generates lift is called a wing. So wings are these aerofoils you can see here, which are attached to each side of this central structure. So they are the main lifting surfaces basically. So wings are the main lifting surfaces, enabling the aircraft to fly in the air or supporting the aircraft in the air. So we can write wings to generate lift, right? So the next requirement is to accommodate the crew, passengers, and cargo. So there has to be a safe and protective space in which to carry them, right? So the central structure that we were talking about earlier, to which the wings are attached, is called the fuselage, and it provides that safe and protective space. So this is also known as the fuselage is also known as the body of an aeroplane, because you can see here the wings are also attached to it. The tail assembly is also attached to it. We'll talk about this tail assembly later on, but this is also attached to it. Even the landing gear is also attached to it. So everything is attached to this fuselage. That's why it's called the body of an aeroplane. So we can write here fuselage to house crew, passengers, and cargo, right? So I'll just label it. This is the fuselage, and these are the wings. So the next requirement is called the stability, and stability is an inherent quality of an aeroplane to return to its original position if it is disturbed by an external force, such as turbulence. So it's basically a design characteristic, and just know that an aeroplane should be adequately stable, because without that it's very difficult or nearly impossible to fly an aeroplane. So as you can see here, this tail assembly consists of tail surfaces. So tail surfaces are the components which add stability to an aircraft. So this vertical structure you can see here is known as the fin, also known as the vertical stabilizer, and the horizontal structure, which is on both the sides, is called the horizontal stabilizer, also known as the tail plane. So we can write tail surfaces to add stability. Okay. So the fourth requirement is known as control, and the corresponding components are called the control surfaces. So control surfaces are basically the surfaces that enables the pilot to change the direction or the position of an aeroplane during a flight. So you can see here these are the control surfaces. These are known as the ailerons, which are attached to the trailing edge of the wings, and this is known as the rudder, which is attached to the trailing edge of the fin, and this is known as the elevator, which is attached to the trailing edge of the horizontal stabilizer. So these are the control surfaces, and they are the dynamic parts. They are not fixed like wings or the the fin or the horizontal stabilizer. They are movable parts, and they move according to the pilot's input, and helps the pilot to change the direction of the aeroplane during a flight. So we can write control surfaces to change the direction of the flight. Okay. And now the last requirement is a force called thrust, which propels or moves the aeroplane forward, and the corresponding component are called the engines. You can see here there are 4 engines in this aircraft, and basically engines are the power components of an aircraft's propulsion system. So we can write engines to make it go forward. You can also label it engines. Okay, so that's it. These are the 5 primary requirements of an aeroplane. So we'll just quickly revise them. Wings to generate lift, which is a requirement. Fuselage to house crew, passengers and cargo, which is another requirement. Tail surfaces to add stability. Control surfaces to change the direction of the airplane. Engines to make it go forward. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you liked the video. For the next video I'll be talking about the 4 fundamental forces of flight. So stay tuned, and see you in the next video.